a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply. That song, of course, comes from the classic film Casablanca, performed so memorably by Dooley Wilson. The song was written, as time goes by, in our environs, right in Montclair, New Jersey, in 1931, by Herman Hupfeld. Do you remember your first kiss? Do you remember the best kiss that you ever received or that you ever gave? A kiss is just a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh, but no, that's not really true. A kiss often embodies an entire melange of roiling emotions, both positive and negative. In fact, the lyrics to As Time Goes By say that moonlight and love songs never out of date, hearts full of passion, jealousy, and hate. It's all mixed up together in a kiss sometimes. And it doesn't matter if the kiss comes from a spouse, from a lover, whether it's a romantic kiss, or whether it's a kiss from a parent to a child, or from one sibling to another, from brother to sister, from brother to brother. I mention all of this because this week in our Torah portion, Vayishlach, we have a description of perhaps the most famous and dramatic kiss in the entire Bible. After many years, Jacob and his twin brother Esau reunite. And Jacob, if you remember the story, tried to cheat his brother out of the birthright and out of the blessing that was entitled to him. And so Jacob had to flee because Esau was so enraged. And yet many years later, they come together and it's a tense moment. We don't know what's going to happen at that point in the narrative. And the text tells us that Esau ran towards his brother. He hugged him. He fell upon his neck and they kissed. He kissed him. Vayishatkehu, it says about Esau. But the interesting thing about that text, as it appears in the written scroll of every Torah in the world, according to scribal tradition, there are dots that are placed on top of the word, mysterious dots, which of course elicited much commentary from our ancient rabbis. And there are two lines of interpretation that appear in the Talmud. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar said that those dots are the equivalent of our bold font or underlining that emphasizes the word, showing that this was indeed a sincere kiss that Esau bestowed upon his brother Jacob. Rabbi Yanai, on the other hand, says, since we have those dots, it raises eyebrows and it tells us there's something a little not so kosher about that kiss. And in fact, what Rabbi Yanai suggests is that Esau tried to bite his brother instead of kiss him because he was still harboring some anger, some lingering resentment over past wrongs. And so he went to bite him. Vayishakehu, and he kissed him, is only one letter removed from Vayishachehu, and he bit him. And so the dots try to alert us that even though he seemed to be kissing him, he's trying to bite him. I think what those two lines of interpretation convey to us is an important lesson that all kinds of relationships, whether they're romantic relationships or familial relationships, with time, as time goes by, all kinds of wonderful, deep, loving emotions spring up, but also, unfortunately, because we're human, all kinds of negative and resentful emotions pop up as well. And the goal is to let our love and our admiration and affection for the people who matter most to us to overwhelm whatever negative feelings we may have accrued over the years. And I like to think that's what Esau did, that he was able to overcome whatever grudges he still bore. And he kissed his brother with fullness and with sincerity, with love, with appreciation. As we move past Thanksgiving and we look forward to Hanukkah, holiday time is always an opportunity for us to think carefully about the people we love most in the world. We're able to spend time with them either in person or in Zoom, but it's a time for us also to reflect upon the great blessing that they represent in our lives. Whatever minor spats or even deep friction we may have felt over time, because as time goes by, we realize that this is really all we have in life. So may you always be blessed with kisses that are sincere and that are sweet. Shabbat Shalom.